Hello there viewers, welcome to another player spotlight on the channel. Yes, yet again, it's a weekend, it's a midday Saturday upload. In case you're watching this later on, it doesn't really matter. But we have another player spotlight. I'm spoiling you. 2 a week, ever since I said I was going to stop doing as many videos. And I've still done as many. Still done it. But you guys are supporting me. And that is really all I really want. I just want your guys' support. The views and the likes, they're all adding up. And it's making me happy. It's making you happy because I'm bringing you insane content where you are like, oh my god, I've never heard of that player before. Gonna try him out. That's what I like to see. That is what I like to see from these player spotlights. Down in the comments, you telling me that you've never heard of this player or now you're going to use him. Because this is what we're going to do today. Yet again, we have another player who has a potential range up to 160. However, you only have to spend less than 50k to get him. So before we take a look at him, I am going to do the obligatory video yet again where I'm going to tell you to smash that like button. 250 likes. Down there, it's down this side, isn't it? Down there on this video here, and you will get another 2 player spotlights next week. And of course, we are now diving into defenders because we've done attackers, we've done midfielders, now we're doing defenders. This run forward is going to be defenders again. So, you know what to do. 250 of them. That's all I want. And then you get 2 for the week. And here is the player I have for you today, Adam Karabek. We are back with another one that Ryan Cassidy knows. Although he didn't tell me about this guy, we started actually using him at the same time, which was quite nice. And what a lovely love story between a Manchester United fan and a Liverpool fan. Am I right, viewers? No. Adam Karabek, however, is a very good player for the Sparta Prague under 19s. He is just 15 years old at the start of this game, but he will turn 16 right after because it's the 2nd of July down here and it's only the 24th of June. So he will be 16 when the season starts. You can approach to sign him, but I'd suggest not to do that. Oh, no. Save your pennies, viewers, because if you go and offer him a contract straight away, you'll have to pay a compensation fee, which will cost you quite a lot. However, if you just offer them, let's say 45k, I think is the lowest I managed to get it before, 45k. 45k for this man here. Yes, it doesn't look unbelievable, and his current ability is only 77. However, the potential range, like I mentioned before, is 160. 160 is some of the highest players in the Premier League. Some of the players that you consider to be unbelievable players in the Premier League, and this man will cost you 45k, and he could potentially get there. Of course, there is a potential range, so I'm going to set this guy at 150 minimum, and we are going to send him to Celtic. So we are at the end of year 1 and a fantastic season for Celtic, only losing 1 game throughout the whole season. It's not even going to tell us who that was. I want to see who that was. I want to see now. I'm curious. You've got me intrigued. It just says 1 game lost, and that really annoys me. It doesn't matter. We also won the William Hill Scottish Cup. We lost the runners-up to Partick Thistle somehow from getting the Betfred one. We lost in the semi-final to Sevilla, and we lost in the Championship playoff to Young Boys to get into the Champions League. So that put us in the Europa League, hence why we got to the semi-final. But the semi-final is still really good for Celtic, right? Now, how has our player been doing? Well, we need to see what formation we've been using him. Shall we take a look? So this is what we're playing him in. It is basically, and this is how basic it is, because a couple of people asked me in the last video that I did, which came out, which was Asked of Ranks, what formation I used, or what tactic I used. Was it a downloadable tactic from Ryan Cassidy? Was it one of my own? Neither. This one, just like the Asked of Ranks one, I basically went to custom style, custom gegenpress. I selected this and I just put it to attacking and I put my player in. That's all I did. I did not mess around with it one bit. Now this guy is a cam player, however you can play him in the centre mid role and he will develop and get better in these roles, but I wanted to keep him in this cam role as an advanced playmaker, what he is good at, because of a certain reason, and you'll understand why when you get to see this player in his full glory, why I stuck to just keeping him as an advanced playmaker throughout the rest of the video. But from the off, after 1 year, we can see a very good player, viewers. 130 in current ability, so that's gone up quite a lot from the player that we've seen in the last part. What was it, 77 or something like that? So after 1 year, phenomenal growth. That is what you get when you play a player from the start. He is just 16, about to turn 17. Great acceleration, good pace. Determination on this one was a lot better, so that's great. Decision making. For a 16-year-old to have 15 decision making, he made a lot better decisions than I clearly did when I was 15. Anyway, first touch of 15, passing of 13 with vision of 14. Great technique though. Fantastic technique. A 2-star ability for this Celtic side, and he had 7 assists in one season. So to be honest, quite happy with that. A 7.06 average rating, 3 goals. He got himself man of the match, and it kept that way. He didn't score or assist in any other competition. Word of Marin Karabek. Let's go forward a couple of years. So a couple of years later, and we have 102 points this time, winning the league, only losing 2 games by Kilmarnock and Rangers, but that is fine. We also won the Betfred Cup, the one we didn't win the last time, but we lost the one we won last time. Unfortunate. We also got knocked out the first round by Barcelona in the Champions League. Unlucky, you might say, but how have we got on at the end of the season there? We beat Rangers 2-1 in the last game of the season, so a successful, very successful season for Celtic fans. They are going to be happy with that one. You can see the player that I signed there. Ismail Benasser, love him, love him. Got him in a bargain as well. Karamoku Dembele, top goal scorer. Never seen that coming, did you? Stop waffling, Luke. Let's look at the player. So 2 seasons have passed, and we're still playing him in this role. It's like I said, hasn't changed. And we have 140 current ability. After the 3rd season, he has gone up from 77 to 148. That is over double the amount of his current ability. Now, it doesn't look too special, but this is the reason why I said I kept him as an advanced playmaker. If you see, the advanced playmaker is the only thing selected, so the only attributes that are in a slight red here, or dark red is like more permanent, what they will definitely need. A lighter red is really, it does help in that position. Look at how good he is in just this role. There is only a couple, one really being the teamwork of 11 and composure anticipation of 12, which is still quite high to be honest, that he needs for this advanced playmaker role. The rest of it is all greens, viewers. It's all greens. He's doing really well. 16 first touch, 15 passing. He's got 17 vision, 18 technique. So passing the ball, he's one of the best in the league at it. Agility, really good. And not to mention, he is rapid. He can get into the box and score some goals. Again, great decision making. At 18 years old, to have 16 decision making is fantastic. Off the ball, really good once again. So we're happy with that. He also is not that bad at dribbling and has good flair. So pace, flair, good dribbling ability. He's obviously really good, viewers. At this role, he's now a 4-star current ability. He's 6 foot as well, so he's a towering figure of a man. How has he been getting on? Well, a lot better. As you can see, the season before, he played 38 games. He scored 5 and got 6 assists with 1 player of the match, 7.09 average rating. But this season, he flipped that around. 37 appearances, he scored 6, he assisted 5, and he had 1 player of the match. An average rating of a 7.44. Fantastic stuff in all competitions because he also got 5 assists in continental competitions. So I think that was the Europa League. He got 5 assists in the Europa League. Great stuff from him. Now, I mentioned in the last video, I'm going to be looking at this, and the only reason why I've remembered is because I'm recording them back-to-back, viewers, probably. But he has a lot more greens than the last one we've seen with Isaac Bergman. Professional individual, very technical, possesses great pace. You can read it. Only bad ones, though. Fairly susceptible to injuries, but we know, again, that doesn't really mean too much. Consistency is a slight problem and could be developed further. However, have you guys ever got consistency better? I didn't really know that was a thing. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever had this. I don't really look at this page that much, but if you ever had the cons as being really inconsistent and you've turned that into a positive of a green consistent player. I've never been able to do that before. Has work to do and improving his crosses. He plays in the centre of the park. He doesn't need to cross the ball. Stats wise is where we can see how he is excelling. 90% of his passes is completed. 90%. And if you consider that 121 of them were key passes, that is a phenomenal stat for a centre attacking midfielder. 90%. That is a number that you would usually see on a defender when he has no pressure on him and he has so many more options than what a cam would have. So I'm really happy with that. He also has got almost 50% of his shots on target for a cam, again, We're really happy with that. And 84% of his tackles were won. Again, in the cam role, he is tackling big men like defenders or defending midfielders, and he has won 84% of those tackles. These numbers are very underrated. Very underrated. Not a lot of people look at them, but when you see things like this, you can see why he has got such a good average rating. In all competitions, a 7.36. Great stuff. And we're going to look at the progress of how he is doing at this point of the video. As you can see, he hasn't improved those two there, but the rest of them, there's a lot of 5 and 6s here within the mental attributes, which is phenomenal stuff because he is getting better and better at the things that we potentially need. Again, what we actually need, advanced playmaker on support, is highlighted, and those things are getting better and better throughout the video. That's what we like. All thumbs up from me, viewers. But now we are at the end of the 5th season, 2024 the year is, and we've won the league yet again, 92 points though this time. We finished 3rd in the Champions League group. We lost in the 2nd round to Roma when we eventually obviously played in that. We won the Premier League, that's good. So we lost the 5th round of the William Hill, but we won the Betfred Cup. So I think really Celtic, if they win the league and one of the cups, they're happy. And I think that is really where it's at. Now, how has our man done? We can't see him on this part. How has he done? Well, yet again, here he is, and he has a current ability of 157. So remember, this is almost the best that you will possibly get. 160 is his highest potential range. Now, I know what you're thinking. It doesn't look very good. Although there are a lot of 9s, so don't disregard a 9. That's almost a 10. And if it was a 10, it would look better. And there's only one away then from 11. You know what I'm trying to say here. He actually is quite good. And again, the advanced playmaker role, for what you need him to do, he is good at doing that, viewers. He is good at doing that. Don't let this page take you off this player, because he is genuinely really good. A 4-star player ability for Celtic. Great decision making again off the ball. I don't need to go over it again. You can see how good he is. Now, this explains a little bit more why you should sign him for for whatever it was, 45k. 45k. These are the numbers he's producing at a title winning side at Celtic. 8 goals in the last 2 seasons, and he's only missed 1 game there. 4 assists, 4 player of the matches this season with a 7.39 average rating, and 2 assists and 5 player of the matches with a 7.32 average rating in the last season. And in that season, he actually got 12 goals in total, and in this season, he got 14 goals in total with 10 assists across all competitions. He's done very well, viewers. But again, we go back to this page because it's astonishing what he has actually produced. 57% of his shots were on target out of his 16 goals. 90% of his passes were completed. 90 for a cam. Key passes 142. And tackles won. 94% of his tackles were won. It's very good. 50 interceptions. It's very good numbers. But it is the final season, end of season number 7. We won the league title yet again. But there is something that you need to see. I don't quite believe my eyes, viewers, and I'm going to show you the team just so you can see that there's nothing funny going on here. But we lost the Champions League final on penalties. I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. And our man, I hope, played in it. I hope he played in the final. He did. He was taken off on the 77th minute after making 2 key passes. Quincy Promes won player of the match. But they lost to a team that looks like this. With Mbappe and Neymar, Gabriel Jesus, Frankie de Jong, Florentino Luis, one of the best centre midfielders on this game. Paul Pogba was on the bench for PSG. Casemiro. Milinkovic-Savic was on the bench for PSG, and this team managed to get to the final and take them to penalties. Gutted. And as you can see, you won't actually recognise a lot of those players' names. Alban Lafont, for some reason, is a bench goalkeeper, which is quite good. But Kyle Walker-Peters, Ryan Howe, he's a Reece Howe, sorry. He is a regen player, a decent one, but nothing too special. But Connor Cody, 33, Connor Cody, yeah, he's good. Is he Champions League winner worthy? Probably not. Greg Taylor, again, a good player. Is he Champions League worthy? Depends what team you're in, I suppose. This regen here, he's good. He's not unbelievable. So, I mean, we'll go down the list and you can see all of these players around him, they're good. The striker, Joey Stevens, 12 finishing. He's not that good. He definitely isn't Champions League winner worthy. Quincy Promes, good. He's 34 though. Unbelievable stuff. But this is the man we came to see. Karabekh, Adam Karabekh. And he now has a current ability of 157. That's probably what it was at the end of the last bit. But still, very good player. Very good player. The last 2 seasons then, the 2 seasons that we have missed, 7 goals and 5 assists with 3 player of the matches, 7.2 average rating, 8 goals, 3 assists this season round, only missing 1 game yet again. So susceptible to injuries, at the 7 seasons he's missed 3 games. Can't argue with that. 7.22 average rating for Adam Karabekh, £45,000 this player. Unbelievable stuff. But just to prove a point, we won the league every single season that Adam Karabekh was there. Let's have a look at the cups and see how many of the cups he won as well. So they only didn't win it in 3 of the seasons there. The William Hill Cup and the Betfred Cup. We can see only lost out in 2 of the seasons there. A phenomenal season, a phenomenal career so far. And look at that. Runners up to PSG in the Champions League. Absolutely outstanding. So there we have it then, viewers. Another successful player spotlight. Adam Karabekh. Let me know down in the comments. Are you going to try and sign that guy? £45,000. It's got to be worth it, because if he can get Celtic to the Champions League final, I know he has players around him, but he is kind of good, isn't he? And at the very least, you're going to make a profit on him, so you might as well sign him, because you're going to make at least a couple of million on him. As long as he progresses quite nicely, whatever team you're playing in him, maybe you can loan him out and progress him. I don't really know. You keep him at in your youth side, your under-19s or your reserves, because you've got good training facilities. Keep progressing him, because he is worth it. Whether you play him and use him, or you sell him and make some profit, he is definitely worth 45k if you can afford to bring him to your club at a very young age. Remember, that's only 7 seasons. He's still not technically in his prime, although his potential rating would suggest he has reached his prime, because his potential is only 160. Technically, he still hasn't reached his prime yet, and I'd like to see what his numbers would be going forward when he gets to 26, 27. But of course, that is all we have time for today. Now, please leave a like on the video. Again, 250 like target. Can you please get me to the 250 like goal target? Then we'll start bringing you some defenders. 2 defenders next week. I promise you, 2 defenders, if you can get that 250 like target, that will be fantastic. But the last thing from me is the Patreon page. If you can pledge the Patreon, patreon.com/MegaLukeGaming, only if you can afford to do so. It would obviously help me out a lot as I go forward on this journey of trying to reach full-time on YouTube. Can you help me get there? Because if I go full-time, I can bring you more videos a week. It will be successful. You will love it. I'll love it. It'll be fantastic. There's a tier on there just for $2. Just $2. If you can afford $2 a month, I'll be forever grateful for your support going forward. But anyway, my name is Omega Luke. I will see you for the next week, hopefully, for another 2 defending player spotlights. I'll leave it in your hands. Bye-bye. Well, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there's another one below that I have picked for you to have a look at. Also, if you'd like to sponsor me as a content creator by pledging to my Patreon page, you can do just that by following the link below and be like one of these wonderful people. Thank you.